What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, we're going to be comparing the Glow FD to the Swirly S-Line FD. These are both Innova made FDs, and I just did the T-Bird versus T-Bird 3 yesterday, so I thought it'd be fun to do a couple more Innova fairways, within the series. Anyway, be putting with the independent discs Sense, just like I did in the last video, and let's get up to the discs here, and I'll show you guys exactly what we're working with today. All right, so the two discs for today, we've got a X Out Color Glow FD, and we have a Swirly S-Line FD. This one has Minuteman Classic Borderland stamp. Pretty cool Swirly S-Line FD. Again, these are both Innova made, which me personally, I think Innova made FDs were some of the best fairway drivers ever made. And after those first two throws, it seems like the Glow FD is a little bit straighter than the Swirly S-Line. I think the Glow has a slight bit more dome. The Glow is a slightly softer plastic. This is a pretty stiff S-Line, especially around the rim. And I never really know fully, but I feel like stiff discs tend to be a little bit more stable. You can see pretty straight flyer, but a good fade at the end. Glow FD, take two. Even a bit nose up, the Glow FD wants to just kind of start really turning and going straight. I think that one's gonna be an absolute bomber. So this Glow FD, I think, is an X Out of the Night Strike 2, but it could be a Night Strike 1. This is definitely on the older side of things. It's got that cool question mark stamp. You don't see those very often. Did I ace it? That thing's flying so good for me. This one's quite a bit more stable, the S-Line. Get stable. I think we just parked both of them. The biggest difference between the FD and the T-Bird is going to have a lot more fade and a lot more crashing fade. I should have brought a T-Bird out to show you guys this, but the T-Bird actually has a very small bead on the nose of the disc, and that is a method that disc manufacturers do to actually cause the disc to slow down faster and have more fade at the end of the flight. The FD doesn't have that nose bead, so it's actually going to get quite a bit more glide and a lot more forward push than a T-Bird for that reason. All right, we got another park job with the S-Line FD. And just to show you guys what I'm talking about, you can see there is no bead on the front of the disc. But even experienced T-Bird throwers, it can be pretty subtle. You may not have noticed that the T-Bird actually does have a bead here. Most people, when they think about a bead, they think about putters. And putters will have a bead under here if it's a beaded putter. But most people don't really notice that their fairway drivers can also be beaded as well. If you look at like a Firebird or a Draco, that nose bead starts to become substantially larger, again, adding additional wind drag and fade to the disc. FD doesn't have that, which is why they are so glidey. Man, that Glow one is straight. I love the way that thing flies. Ooh, perfect. Perfect kiss off the tree. So we've got the S-Line FD parked again. I like the way this one flies better, but I've parked every single hole with this one, so what do I know? Hole 5, slightly uphill. We're gonna go Glow and then S-Line. I aced it. Oh, that was 1 centimeter short of Splashtown. Fade. Man, that S-Line FD is good. Both FDs coming in pretty close, but the S-Line even closer. The Innova made S-Line FD, these swirly ones, are way more stable than the new S-Line FDs. So something that's kind of fun for me to think about is, are the two discs in question a good 1-2 punch? I thought the T-Bird and the T-Bird 3 yesterday were so similar that they weren't a great 1-2 punch. You're better off just becoming extremely proficient with one of the two because they flew so similar. But when it comes to this Night Strike 2, Night Strike 1, and then this old S-Line FD, I think these are an incredible 1-2 punch because they're just different enough to be used for different shots, but they still have that very similar feel in hand and flight. So they are still the same disc, but they fly so differently that they would be an incredible 1-2 punch. This one coming in significantly straighter, this one coming in significantly more stable. And I love testing two discs like this because at face value you think, you know, FD and FD, basically the exact same thing, but I'm getting very different performance between the two discs. Look at that nice straight flight. All right, the T-pad is over here, but you can't see the basket from the T. So I'm gonna set you guys up on the Ace Cam here. Let's see if we can't put one of these in. Putter in the basket? Oh, very close. All right, I don't know how it got here, but we actually got a park job with the glow. Nice. Now, I felt like I played okay with the T-Bird yesterday. Nevin is obviously a way harder course and way harder to throw good shots at. And Nevin requires very specific lines. Reedy Creek is significantly easier. So I think that's playing a role, but I feel like I'm absolutely crushing with these FDs. And I felt like I was really having to force the T-Birds over on some occasions. So I think that T-Bird was really great when I need a stable disc. But the FDs are a little bit more shapeable. You can use them for more different shots. That T-Bird really is just like straight to fade left or just hyzer the whole way. But I can get these guys to hyzer the whole way, go straight. They have enough stability on Annie. And I feel like you can get a little bit more variety of different shot shaping out of the FD. All right, this is our probably last chance on the Ace today. Go glow and then S-line. Try and hit the flick here. Oh, I got it. Come on. Hit the pole. That's pretty good. I trusted it all right. Oh boy. I slid all the way down the hill. Let's see if we can't still get the birdie here. I don't know if I'm out of frame at this point. That was a sick birdie. I do really like the sense the more I putt with it. Still don't think it's going to replace the classic Supreme Judge, but really good putter option. These things are absolutely just perfect as far as beadless putters go. Two last forehands to finish it up here. Try a hyzer and then a flex. Skip. I think that's parked. And we'll try and flex one just so it gets there in the air. Oh. I actually feel like I'm playing pretty well today. I feel like I have a really good command over the disc. I've been really trying to iron out my form, backhand and forehand. Just trying to keep everything a little bit more like tight and compact. Hopefully it translates over to distance shots, but right now I feel like my form's pretty compact and I feel like I'm kind of very under control and in command of what my discs are going to do. It feels good. The S-Line FD is like, I don't know if it's in frame, but it's two in the circled shots, basically park jobs. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Really enjoyed both FDs. They fly incredible. This one's a little straighter. This one's a little more stable. The perfect 1-2 punch out on the course. And if you consider yourself a Discmania fan, I know these are out of production. It might be a little bit harder to find, but it's totally worth it because I think this S-Line FD is better than what they currently make now. And I think this C-Line FD is way better than what they make now. This thing is absolutely perfect. And this is the perfect overstable complement to that. So definitely worth seeking them out for yourself. Go through Facebook. You'll find somebody who has one. Ask around at your local club. Definitely worth giving these guys a try. And one last shout out to Independent Discs Sweden. Really enjoyed putting with the Sense in the last couple videos. You're watching Iceberg TV. Thanks so much for watching my channel and take care.